Yeah. Hello, hello. Hello, geraniums. My Cape Cod friends are doing quite nicely. And the weather looks pretty good. Let's go out the door here in South Dennis, Massachusetts. 250 miles away from snow skiing. Well, at least my snow skiing. I put some water in the bucket when I got here yesterday, just so we could test it out. Come on, Tim. Don't break the bucket. I want that ice. Oh, yeah. Cape Cod, March 22nd, 2024. Ice in the bucket. It was 25 degrees this morning. Not much frost because the wind did not die down. We actually have a wind chill factor now. It was 25 at 7. It's about 8:15, and we're up to about 29 degrees right now. And not a cloud in the sky here. Let's check the satellite imagery. Not a cloud in the sky of all of New England. Yesterday's Maine blizzard has moved just to the east, and you can really see the snow cover on the lakes of Maine this morning. And it's not snowing anywhere in New England for the first time in 10 days. Here's the view from Carl and Donna's house at Stowe, Vermont, Mount Mansfield. Hey, the lifts are operating, right? Has the wind died down? Well, as a matter of fact, at sunrise anyway, Millinocket, Maine was 10 degrees with a wind gusting to past 40 miles an hour. Ouch. But that wind is going to die down. Mount Washington this morning got to 11 degrees below zero. Last night with a wind gust to 117 miles per hour, passing 60 inches of snow at Mount Washington for the month. The average for the entire month is 45. Wow. And the day is young. We may have snow for the 10th or 11th day in a row. I'm kind of losing count. Before midnight tonight, but not this morning. Let's look at the surface analysis this morning. Our low that got down to 990 in Maine yesterday with the blizzard is now weakening a little bit, 992. But there are a lot of isobars. That is, lines of equal pressure. That's why it's still so windy in Maine. And then you finally get high barometer cold. They're right on the border with Ontario and Quebec. That's a 1030 high, pushing cold up, pushing cold down ahead of another storm. It's going to snow late tonight and tomorrow, and maybe part of Sunday and part of New England, adding 3 days to our snowy streak. How much snow is going to fall? A lot. Could be the biggest storm of the season for some. How so, TK? What's going on? Well, we've got 3 low pressure systems this morning. Very top there, that's near James Bay. You know, I always talk about James Bay. That's at the southern end of Hudson Bay in Canada, Ontario. And there's another low over Illinois. And then there's a real juicy low over Louisiana. 3 separate lows. But as we always talk about in New England, our air comes from everywhere. And those 3 lows are going to try and combine into one. If you look at the radar, you can't see the precipitation in Canada, but you can see the precipitation over the Illinois, Iowa area. It's snowing. And that area of snow is going to race in here. And then in the southern end, you have a couple of batches there of rain and thunderstorms over the Gulf of Mexico. Look at the Gulf of Mexico this morning, lightning. All lit up, 3 waves. All these waves are aimed right at New England. First comes the northern stream wave, then the southern stream wave. So here on Cape Cod, thinking about doing some yard work tomorrow. Always thinking about it, rarely doing it. It might be dry for several hours tomorrow on Cape Cod. All right, you ready for the play-by-play? I think I might do this in a little reverse order. First, I want to show you the liquid equivalent on the incoming system, if it were all rain. There's the precipitation coming in just at sunset tonight. Notice it's mostly in western and northern New England to begin with. And then tomorrow, here comes a line of heavy rain, thunderstorms possible in southern New England, getting to Cape Cod late in the day, in the afternoon, and then pushing out. That total precipitation in there, in some cases, that's 2 2.5 to 3 inches from about southern Vermont to southern Maine. And here on Cape Cod, it looks like close to 2, and that's going to happen in a short time. No wonder there's a flood watch in effect in southern New England. All right, now I'm going to show you the snowfall forecast. All right, here comes the snow, about 8, 9 o'clock tonight. Now that's 0Z, 1Z, 2Z, 3Z, 4Z, 5Z, 6Z, 7Z, 8Z, 9Z, 10Z, 12Z. Tomorrow morning, we're already passing a half a foot of snow. And then throughout the day. And there it goes. Purple is more than a foot. Salmon is close to 30 inches. Come on, how could that possibly happen? In central Vermont to south central New Hampshire, all the way up to the Canadian border. My fingers are freezing. All right, let's get to it now. The NAM on the precipitation, the isobars, the blue lines, the red lines. I talk about the blue lines a lot. Those are thickness lines. Cold air is more dense than warm air, so your thicknesses are lower. And the 540 line usually indicates cold enough for snow. Not always. And then the red line's where it's going to rain. This system is mostly driven by a thermal gradient. There is pressure gradient too, but mostly a thermal gradient. Anyhow, here we go. There it is. 2Z tonight. There it's starting to snow in Vermont. 3Z, 4Z, 5Z. Notice mostly snow to begin with, and then we start to get the rain in southwestern Connecticut and Massachusetts. Now we're getting 11Z, 12Z. Still dry here in Cape Cod. Throughout the day tomorrow, heavy snow, dark blue. Where it's all snow, whoa, it's snowing more than an inch an hour. And then their snow winds down there in Vermont about 10 o'clock tomorrow. So, 10 o'clock tonight to 10 o'clock tomorrow night, that's 24 hours at a place like Killington, Vermont. The NAM is trying to say Killington is going to get 30 inches. Can't see it. How about 24 inches? Is that enough at Killington? And there aren't as many isobars with this storm, so wind hold should not be an issue tomorrow. So you're looking at mid-winter skiing. Now it's going to be a more dense snow at lower elevations. And a line from Mount Snow to Sunday River. I don't think it's going to rain. There'll probably be some sleet in there, keeping precipitation or snow amounts down. But this is another major event. It was just last Monday. What was that? 13 days? Not even 13. 12 days ago? I can't remember. That we had a blizzard. Then we had a blizzard in Maine yesterday. This is unbelievable turnaround for March. Shout out to Matt Perilla. He took over the University of Vermont snow stake when University of Vermont kind of gave it up. Still gives him credit though, I think. And he does the snow stake. It's up to 81 inches of snow at top of Mount Mansfield in Vermont. And we may get to 100 by the weekend. Just since last Monday, we're up 46 inches from 41, what did I say? to 80, I can't remember the number. We're in the 80s anyway. This is all unscripted, trying to memorize all this stuff and give it to you in one take. Oh yeah, I haven't even gotten past Sunday and Monday, have I? Okay, so we talked about low barometer cold, where it's very cold up in the sky and warm down near the ground. That's instability. Well, we're about to have a major change to that. Now let's go to the Euro. After this storm takes off, a lot of isobars. It's kind of windy Sunday, but I don't think it's wind hold issues. And now we have a major storm in the Midwest. That looks like a blizzard there on Monday, centered near southern Minnesota. Can I stop that for a second? I want to show you the still map from Monday. You've got two major high-pressure systems in Canada, central Canada and eastern Canada, and two pretty good-looking low-pressure systems, one there near Iowa. That's about a 987, south of about a 1039 high. That's a lot of wind, possible blizzard. And then that low between Nantucket and Bermuda with another high north of us. And that's a lot of east wind and cold air down near the ground. That looks ugly for southern New England with possible rain coming back on shore. Let's put that back into motion. My fingers are almost frostbit. That's why I'm standing in the sun. So that low south of New England kind of wobbles out there, and now it does look like maybe some rain coming back in and a sort of high barometer nor'easter, I call it, where it's really cold, but not cold enough for snow because it's warmer up in the sky. Oh, and then there's some ice in Maine back on the map now from that red Tuesday night and Wednesday. Meanwhile, those lows in the Midwest are driving into central Canada, and most of the East Coast is warming up, if not for our onshore flow and more rain on a front that's just kind of stalled here on the East Coast next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wow, that's a lot of rain in the next week. Maybe mixing with snow late next Friday. And then there's another storm there on day 10 in the Rockies with plenty of cold still in Canada. Not extreme cold like we're having now, but cold enough for more wintry weather. So we are in a cold wave until further notice. The full worm moon is Monday. And this is my other worm farm right down here on Cape Cod. I came to Cape Cod to help out in Harwich yesterday, emceeing a fashion show. So our in-more is a little different today. I'm going to show you the highlights from the fashion show. What a good time. Thank you, Susie, for inviting me. And Susie's husband, Greg, takes care of my lawn here. A nice looking green lawn. A lot of sticks. Got to pick up a lot of sticks. So the in-more yesterday, fashion show on Cape Cod, and then Fallon's Pond. Finger freezing cold. Talk to you tomorrow. The play-by-play on this high barometer incoming sou'easter here, nor'easter, northern New England. Who needs to go snow skiing when you could be entering tennis? Oh yeah. That's where I feel most comfortable. Gregory, Daniel, Cosmo, Bello, Urquhart, my music man. Sinking air, moving air, big pitch pines, more branches in the yard. It's very windy in Harwich today. Wow, this place is nice. Gym, got pool, got ping pong, got a wall of fame, got art, spacious. It's cool. Got bunny rabbits. We get ducks. Where are the balloons? I want to find some balloons. Town of Harwich, Massachusetts. Oh my goodness, adopted September 4th. That's somebody's birthday. 1897. Dedicated to the townspeople of Harwich for their untiring and ceaseless efforts towards sound educational and vocational planning. Because of their loyalty and continued support, a vision became a reality. From the yearbook of the class of 1964, first class to be graduated in this building. Wow. Excuse me, ma'am. Could you tell me who I'm supposed to talk to? Do you know who I'm supposed to talk to here?
You must be the weather guy.
Hey!
Can I take your picture?
Hi. Can I take yours?
Oh no.
End of the ramp, and also one model leading at the very top of the ramp. So there'll be also be a staff member to escort you to the ramp, and then I will be.
I was just asked if I've ever done this before. Nope, this is my first Royal Runway Spring Fashion Show. And I think it's actually the first ever Royal Runway Spring Fashion Show. I got my name in yellow. Yay! Standing room only, bringing in some more seats. Crowd is building. Big sense of anticipation. This is called a live rehearsal. I did not rehearse. Stretch. So last night we had cyclogenesis on an Arctic front. What's your name? Where are you from?
There may be some people in the audience who don't know who this lovely gentleman is. I think he deserves a proper introduction. Welcome, everyone. My name is Julie Lewis. I'm the director of the COA here, and we're very, very, very happy to see so many lovely faces in the audience today. It just so happens that he is the cousin of our town nurse, Sue Giselle, which is why he's here with us today. So I have a more interesting introduction than I might normally have. It's not the standard one that comes from the internet and is like normal bio. So this is what Sue prepared for us, for you to know about him today. So it's okay. It's not that revealing. He's been trusted and loved on our local news stations for overcame and spotting sharks from the top of the dunes. Rumor has it he's even been spotted on the roof of Sundancers in West Dennis.
Fixing the air conditioning. It was the middle of the day.
So without further ado, let's welcome Tim Kelly and Ashley at the show start.
Thank you very much. All right, now we have our first Royal Mary Ann Pina. Mary Ann Pina can take her to a charity dinner or an evening opera. Beautiful. Davis has been in the south of France and in London's royal social scene. She does prefer Harwich, though. Doesn't. Harwich, Massachusetts in spring to anything else in the world. At the last royal wedding, Lady Arlie Dane has walked many Oscars and put in a cafe and has made the day shopping relaxed. My lady is wearing a pale bob geometric dress, which is the perfect addition to an aesthetically conscious woman. All right, let's speed this thing up. Everyone's got things to do. The next music is Whitney Houston, Step by Step, with Albert Groom. Lord Albert Peter Groom, a baron and poet from London, England, is a man of nobility. So noble, he'll let you know when it's okay to have a look at it. Albert, please show yourself. Well, in 1660s style, and his personality have captured the imagination of Europe, especially while attending the Royal Ascot in June, or a royal tea in the afternoon. Today, His Grace is wearing river-flowing cravat with a formal men's shirt. The tailored, sleek Macy's men's sports coat can be worn over the vest, away from the tears of lady after reading his poetry. Wait, no lord should be left without a paisley pocket square to wipe away the tears of a lady after reading his poetry. Lord Groom is also wearing a vintage customized Japan movement gold watch. Interpret what it says right now. What is time? Chihuahua. When he is not near the Elizabeth Tower. Albert, way to wow the room, Mr. Groom. Thank you for sticking around. Lady Susan Carpenter has attended all the European royal weddings and affairs. Romantic look. The Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton, and Princess Beatrice have worn formal dresses for many royal day events. Lady Susan Carpenter brought the style to Harwich from her London home. Lady Jo Romans has accessorized many outfits for her royal events. This spring, she is showing off her hinge robe, sleeveless, lined crochet, lace, blouson. Okay, crazy little thing. Janet Richard Cardillo, a lady in waiting, born into nobility, has attended to the Queen for many years, participating in such events as ambassadorial receptions. Royal blue home couture dress. This shift dress is adorned with a beautiful wrap of blue and purple hues, colors, blue and purple hues, beautiful hues. Lady Carol wore this dress to a royal benefit dinner auction to help others in her village. This stunning short-hemmed dress along with a cultured strand of long, glistening pearl gemstones, can be worn to a royal dinner at any Harwich Port restaurant or affair. Hey, where you going? Going to Mountains Iron Bar, cause that's who the Oh, yes, royalty there. Line and hemline dress with short sleeves and white gloves. This dress was worn at the Royal Charity Luncheon this year, hosted by Queen Consort Camilla. The Baroness has added cultural pearls to an already stunning dress. The pearl necklace, earrings, and bracelet adore this outfit. The shoes are from Anne Klein, sport flat shoes like the ballerina on a stage. The Baroness is being escorted by Baron Ralph Ferrigno, and he is wearing a navy wool sports coat with gray pants. Check, check. The couple will be heading back to the United Kingdom to enjoy bluebells on their estate. Princess Nancy has been known for trend-setting and royal appearances. She really brings the royal romance with this plush pink tendril accented ball gown. She has wrapped herself in a giving collection handmade wool solid pink shawl. Prince Jim Height and Prince Jack Julio are escorting the princess this evening. These two chivalrous princes have won the hearts of many people within their court. Very handsome here. Beverly, there are a lot of rich and famous people out there. Today she is wearing one of her dinner outfits she wore at the European charity dinner. Lady Marianne DeMello wore this Naomi dress from the aisle as she walked around Harwich Port during summer stroll. This stunning polyester and spandex dress with sophisticated patterns and crew neckline. The coral sheer overlay adds dynamic flow to the dress, flattering the details and design. Marianne DeMello will stun as she shops and dines in Harwich Port this 2024 summer. An of science and nature, and represents His Majesty at global events such as being here at the Harwich Council on Aging today. Royalty at its best. Many royal roles along with charitable work. Her London country estate has been seen in Downton Abbey and written about in Town and Country. Her Majesty Glory has entertained presidents, monarchs, and sheiks at her estate. Gee, weather. At her March Royal Ball, she wore this gorgeous Ole Cassini off the evening gown. The straight off-the-shoulder neckline gives this A-line a modern romantic feel. Delicate embroidery topped with a sequin accent add to the gown's dimensionality. Who never tires of keeping royal standards and who holds the line against sartorial nonchalance. The dapper barrister has an excellent addition. Purple is the color today.
believe, is the door prize. So I'm not sure if you were aware what the tickets were.
Beautiful day at Fallon's Pond. Flotsam and jetsam. Blowing flotsam and jetsam. 37 degrees. March 21st. In the childhood hood. Bass River Beauty. Fallon's Pond. Doesn't get much colder than this time of year. Shall we go out and just feel it? Cold as it sounds. Another rather emotional day. Joy and the waxing worm moon, long shadows and bright moon. Let's put out some water in the bucket. Did it freeze? Oh yeah, I bet it froze. More and more and more and more.